Hello everyone. Next topic is laws of motion. Okay, now I am going to discuss about laws of motion introduction. Okay, now first of all, laws of motion is invented by Sir Isaac Newton. Okay, here in this case, in fact, what caused the motion of bodies? Okay, you think me. What cause of the motion of bodies? In order to understand this, let us try through some basic common examples. To move a body resting on ground, we need to push it or kick. Push it or kick it. A torpedo can even set heavy objects rolling. In these examples, some external agency is needed to provide motion. Okay? Do you understand? Similarly, in order to stop a moving body, external agent or force is needed. That's why here this some basic examples I will think the external agency is in contact with the object, but it is not necessary always. For example, a magnet can attract iron pieces even when it is kept at a certain distance. That is, there are some forces which will show their influence even though they are at a certain distance. Okay, now these are all examples for laws of motion. First of all, main important definition is inertia. What is inertia? Inertia of a body is that property by which it opposes any change in its state. It opposes any change in its state. Second go, it is unable to change its own state. What is inertia? It opposes any change in its state, or it is unable to change its own state. This is called inertia. This inertia are three types: inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. Okay. First of all, inertia of rest. The inability of a body to change its state of rest by itself is called inertia of rest. Okay, the inability of a body to change its state of rest by itself is called inertia of rest. Example, the passenger in a stationary train falls backward when the train starts suddenly. Okay, here passenger in a stationary train, ఆగి ఉన్న ట్రైన్లో passenger, okay, falls backward when the train starts suddenly. ట్రైన్ ఎప్పుడైతే సడన్గా స్టార్ట్ అవుతుందో అప్పుడు ప్యాసింజర్ ఏమవుతాడు? సడన్గా బ్యాక్వర్డ్ అంటే వెనక్కి ఫాలో అవుతాడు. ఇనర్షియా ఆఫ్ మోషన్. ద ఇన్ఎబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ఏ బాడీ టు చేంజ్ ఇట్స్ స్టేట్ ఆఫ్ మోషన్ బై ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ ఇనర్షియా ఆఫ్ మోషన్. హియర్ టు చేంజ్ ఇట్స్ స్టేట్ ఆఫ్ మోషన్, that is called inertia of motion. Okay, now inertia of direction. The inability of a body to change its direction by itself is called inertia of direction. Okay, this is to change its direction by itself is called inertia of direction. Example, the sparks emitted out from a grinding stone or tangential to the rotating stone. These are all examples for inertia. Inertia are three types: inertia of rest, inertia of motion, inertia of direction. This is also very, very important for topics. Next topic is laws of motion. Here, laws of motion are three laws: Newton's first law, Newton's second law, Newton's third law. This Newton's first law statement is every body continues to be in its state of rest or of uniform motion in a straight line unless it is compelled by an external force to change that states. That means, for example, ఒక చైర్ తీసుకోండి. ఆ చైర్ అనేది రెస్ట్ పొజిషన్లో ఉంటుంది. ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ఆ చైర్ని ఒక ప్లేస్ నుంచి ఇంకొక ప్లేస్కి తీసుకొని వెళ్తున్నామో అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, చైర్ యొక్క పొజిషన్ అనేది చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. అంటే దట్ మీన్స్ వెన్ ఎవర్ వీ కెన్ అప్లై ద ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఫోర్స్, దట్ చైర్ ఈస్ మూవ్స్ ఫ్రమ్ వన్ పొజిషన్ టు అనదర్ పొజిషన్. దట్ మీన్స్ హియర్ that external force is applied. Whenever we can apply the external force, that chair is moved from one position to another position. ఓకే, ఎప్పుడైతే మనము ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఫోర్స్ ఉపయోగించామో అప్పుడు చైర్ ఏమవుతుంది, రెస్ట్ పొజిషన్లో ఉంటుంది. దట్ మీన్స్ ఎవ్రీ బాడీ కంటిన్యూస్ టు బీ ఇన్ ఇట్స్ స్టేట్ ఆఫ్ రెస్ట్ ఆర్ ఆఫ్ యూనిఫామ్ మోషన్ ఇన్ ఏ స్ట్రైట్ లైన్ unless it is compelled by an external force, otherwise to change that state. Okay, this is about Newton's first law. This law gives the concepts of force and inertia. Okay, only this law gives concepts of force and inertia. Importance of first law. From this law, it can be concluded that the acceleration of an object is zero if there is no external force acting on it. Here, external force means mass and acceleration. Already we know that. This acceleration is zero means there is no external force acting on it. Okay? Here, whenever we cannot apply external force, that acceleration is zero. Whenever we can apply the external force, that acceleration is some value. Okay, now this Newton's first law, based on this law, that force definition is, force is the physical quantity that changes or tries to change the state of rest or of uniform motion of a body along a straight line. Okay, what is force? Force is the physical quantity that changes or tries to change the state of rest or of uniform motion of a body along a straight line. This is about Newton's first law. Okay children, this class is wind up.